Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Talk English. How are you today? How is your English learning going? Remember, the more you study, the more you improve. Step by step, your English will get better and better. I'm Anna.
Hello, Anna, and hello, everyone. It's great to be here again with you all. How are you, Anna?
Oh, I'm feeling really happy today. A little nostalgic because today's topic is how to tell a simple story in English.
A beautiful topic. Everyone wants to tell stories about their life, their day, their memories. Are you ready, Anna?
Yes, I'm ready. Let's help our friends tell simple stories with confidence, clarity, and warm, natural English.
All right, everyone. Take a deep breath, relax your shoulders, and let's begin part 1.
I want to tell a simple story. I want to speak from my heart. I want to share my experiences clearly. I don't need perfect words. I don't need big sentences. I just need simple, natural English. I can start softly. I can start slowly. I can start with small details. I can say things like one day, last week, yesterday, when I was little. I can begin my story with simple steps. I can explain what happened. I can explain how I felt. I can add small details. I can describe the place. I can talk about the people. I can share my emotions. I tell my story piece by piece. I don't rush. I let the words come slowly. I focus on the rhythm. I focus on the feeling. I focus on being clear, not fast. I can say, in the morning, I went to the park. I saw something interesting. I felt happy. I can say, last night, something funny happened. My family laughed. It was a good moment. I don't worry about mistakes. Mistakes are part of my story. Mistakes are part of my learning. I just keep talking. I keep breathing. I keep connecting my ideas. I can describe simple actions. I woke up. I made breakfast. I went outside. I can describe simple feelings. I felt calm. I felt excited. I felt surprised. I can share my thoughts. I remember it clearly. It was a nice moment. I will never forget it. I can end my story gently. And that was my day. That's what happened. That was my little story.
You're doing great. This is real English. Soft, slow, natural. Every sentence you shadow helps you tell your own stories. Practice these simple steps and you will speak with more confidence. You're ready for part 2, where we learn more useful story phrases. Great work in part 1, everyone.
Now, let's practice more useful phrases. Phrases you can use in simple English stories.
Yes, these sentences will help you describe time, places, actions, and feelings all in a simple, clear way.
I can start my story with time. Yesterday, last night, this morning, a few days ago. I can also start with one day, a long time ago, when I was younger. I can talk about the place. I was at home. I was at school. I was in the park. I was at the store. I can make it simple. It was quiet. It was busy. It was sunny. It was dark. I can describe a person. My friend was with me. My sister came over. I met a kind man. I talked to a friendly woman. I can talk about how they looked. He looked tired. She looked happy. They looked surprised. I can describe simple actions. I walked, I waited, I listened, I looked around. I can also use longer actions. I was cooking dinner, I was watching a movie, I was talking on the phone, I was walking slowly. I can tell what happened next. Then, after that, suddenly, a moment later. These small words help my story flow. They help my English feel natural. I can describe my feelings. I felt happy, I felt scared, I felt excited, I felt a little nervous. I can add soft details. It made me smile, it made me laugh, it surprised me. It was a nice moment. I can describe ending the story. Finally, I went home. In the end, everything was okay, and that was my story. Or something simple like, that's what happened, or, and that's it. I can tell short stories every day. I can tell stories about my morning. I can tell stories about my weekend. I can tell stories about my memories. I can start small. I can speak slowly. I can add details little by little. I don't need fancy words. I don't need long sentences. I just need simple English. and Simple English tells beautiful stories.
You're doing amazing. Your storytelling English is growing stronger. Now, let's continue to part 3, where we practice a long, natural story conversation together. You're doing wonderful so far.
Now, let's practice a long, natural conversation about telling simple stories.
Yes, in this conversation, we'll talk just like two friends, sharing small, easy stories from daily life. Shadow each line slowly and enjoy the rhythm. Journey, do you like telling stories?
Oh, yes, I do. Even simple stories make life interesting. What about you, Anna?
I love telling little stories. They don't have to be big or exciting, just small things from my day.
Exactly. A simple story can be beautiful because it feels real and honest. Can I tell you a small story now?
Of course, I'm listening. Take your time.
Okay. Well, yesterday I woke up early. The sun was shining and the morning felt peaceful.
That sounds lovely. What happened next?
I made a cup of warm tea, and while I was drinking it, I looked out the window and I saw a little bird sitting on the tree.
Oh, that's such a sweet moment.
Yes, it was. The bird looked calm, just sitting there like it was enjoying the morning too.
I can picture it. A simple morning, but full of peace. Now you tell me a small story, Journey.
All right, let me think. Okay, I have one. Last night, I went for a short walk. It wasn't planned. I just felt like getting some fresh air.
I do that sometimes too. How was the walk?
It was quiet. The streets were calm and the air felt cool and gentle.
Sounds relaxing.
And while I was walking, I saw a little cat sitting on a bench. It looked at me like, "Hey, what are you doing out here?"
That's adorable. Did you pet the cat?
No, I didn't. It looked a bit shy, so I just smiled and walked by.
That's a sweet moment too. You see, we just told 2 small stories, and they were simple but meaningful.
Yes, a simple morning story and a simple evening story, and both felt warm and real.
And this is exactly how you practice storytelling in English. You talk about your day, your feelings, your moments in small, clear sentences. You don't need long, complicated words. You only need your honest experience. You're doing amazing, everyone. Shadowing this conversation improves your story rhythm, your confidence, your flow. Now, let's go to part 4, a long, gentle mini story that you can shadow softly and enjoy deeply. Get ready. The story will help you tell your own stories.
Now it's time for our mini story, a long, gentle story that you can shadow slowly, one soft sentence at a time. Relax, breathe, and let the English flow. There is a young man named Marco. Marco enjoys simple things, quiet mornings, gentle music, small moments of peace. But Marco has one little problem. He wants to tell stories in English, but he never knows where to start. He feels shy and sometimes he forgets simple words. One Saturday morning, Marco wakes up early. The sun is soft, the air is cool, and the world feels calm. He sits near his window with a warm cup of tea. He watches the sky slowly turn from gray to gold. While he sits there, he sees a small dog running down the street. The dog stops in front of his house, looks around, and then sits down like a little king. Marco smiles. The dog looks confident, but also a little lost. A moment later, an older woman appears at the corner. She looks worried, searching left and right. Marco understands immediately. Oh, she must be looking for the dog. He steps outside and says, "Excuse me, are you looking for something?" The woman nods quickly. "Yes, my dog ran away. His name is Milo. Have you seen him?" Marco points softly. "Yes, he's right there. He came to sit in front of my house." The woman smiles with deep relief. "Oh, thank you so much." She calls gently, "Milo, come here." The little dog jumps up, runs to her quickly, and she hugs him tightly. Marco feels warm inside. It was a small moment, but a beautiful one. Later that day, Marco meets his friend at a cafe. His friend asks, "So, how was your morning?" Marco hesitates for a second. He wants to tell the story, but he's not sure how. Then he remembers something important. Simple English is enough. Simple stories are beautiful. So he starts slowly. "Well, this morning something sweet happened." He tells his friend the whole story. The early morning, the tea, the little dog, the worried woman, and the happy reunion. As he speaks, he notices something. His words are simple, but they are coming out smoothly. He is telling a real story from real life with simple English and a warm heart. When he finishes, his friend smiles and says, "That's such a nice story, Marco." Marco smiles too. For the first time, he feels proud of his English story. He whispers to himself, "I can do this. I can tell stories." And he knows with a little practice, he will tell many more. You have done an amazing today. Now it's time for positive self-practice to help you feel confident telling your own stories in English. Breathe slowly, shadow gently, and let each sentence become part of your English voice. I can tell a simple story in English. I can start my story with a small moment. I can describe what happened clearly. I can talk about the time. I can talk about the place. I can talk about the people. I can share my feelings. I can say how I felt, happy, surprised, calm, excited. I can use small details to make my story